Welcome back. Fourth time lucky, Rob. No, it's not lucky because Roger's just... All right, let's go. Let's go for broke.
Never mind, Roger.
Welcome back to the podcast, the There Will Be Bomb podcast. I'm with my co-host. He only walks whilst others run. It's Rob St. John Smythe. How are we doing today, Rob?
I'm okay.
Yes.
I'm not great.
No, you're not gay. Not gay. You're not great.
I'm not great and I'm not gay. No, it's been a sad day.
What's going on today?
It's Tuesday the 28th of October we're recording this. And it was reported in the news today that a beloved icon of the British television, stage and film has passed away, aged 93, the wonderful Prunella Scales.
Right.
And I know she wasn't in Bond, but of course she's most famous for the role of Sybil Fawlty in Fawlty Towers. And as we know, Fawlty Towers has many Bond links.
Yes.
Lots and lots of Bond alumni have worked and starred and written it. Of course, John Cleese wrote it.
Yep.
So, and I was a huge fan of Prue's work right all the way through my childhood. And I met her 3 times. Lovely, lovely lady. And she's been sadly suffering from dementia for the last few years. So, yeah, it's sad that she's gone. So that's sort of put a bit of a
Waldorf
dampener on me
salad
today.
guy, the American, the Waldorf
Bruce
salad
Bower.
guy, was the general in Octopus.
I met him as well.
Oh, really? When?
1992. He was in a play at the Yvonne Arnaud Theatre in Guildford with Penelope Keith called Glyn and It. And I met both of them at the stage door. He was very tall.
Right.
Very tall. Because he was in The Empire Strikes Back as well. So being a Star Wars fan, that was good. So 40 Towers, Star Wars, and Bond.
You move from that spot, 40. I'm going to bust your ass. Bust my what? Ass!
Very good. Very
Everything's
good.
bottom with you, is it?
Oh yeah, it's such a wonderful thing, 40 Towers, and yeah. So
Well-
it's very sad that Prue's gone, but she's her beloved husband Timothy West died last year, so she's reunited with him now, which is a
Well,
good thing.
let's put a little insert in here because Rob, I sent you a clip from
Yes,
an
I haven't had a
advert.
chance to. Oh yes,
Yeah,
that's.
so she was in an advert, a Tesco advert,
Yes.
with Roger Moore. I remembered this.
I hadn't seen this
And
before.
it's about 50 seconds, so I'm gonna play you the clip now, and just check this out. This is great. Well, so I don't think you're going to get away with that these days.
No. I do remember those adverts. She had a contract with Tesco, didn't she? She played that old lady with the specs.
Yep.
And that was like one of her last big sort of telly jobs, wasn't it, years ago? And I hadn't seen that one with Roger before. That's so cool.
It's really good.
That he actually did that with her.
a bird that means a good stuffing.
I know, she's just dreaming and
Yeah.
snuggling up to her husband, pretending he's Roger Moore. It's lovely.
We'll leave a link to that in the show notes. Actually, on the website, Rob, we've got a new website.
Ah,
yeah,
cool.
therewillbebond.com. It's in its embryonic stage, but I'm going to fill all the stuff. So all the stuff that we ramble on about, we'll leave links over there. In
Yeah.
the meantime, Rob, we've got... Oh, in fact, Prunella Scales, you get a goodbye, Mr. Bond. Appropriate jingle.
Bless her heart.
YouTubers won't be getting any of this, but
Bless her
podcast
heart.
listeners, you'll be getting it. So, Rob, moving on from that, you've had a huge Anything Bondian, I feel, this week. So tell me all about it.
Well, we both did something last Wednesday, didn't we?
We
since
did, yes. We
recorded?
went-
So we went. Well, you can say that because you were there, and then I'll do mine a little bit if
Okay,
you want.
yeah, sure.
This
Well,
could be your anything,
all right.
buddy, unless you have something else lined up.
No, not really. So last Wednesday we went to Hatchards, and in Piccadilly we went and saw Vaseem Khan do a Q&A with, I think, what's his name, John Cummings, who was also an author. And they talked about his new book, Quantum of Menace.
Yeah.
And I thought he actually spoke really well.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
I thought it was quite humorous in places, quite
Yeah.
insightful in places. So we bought the book. We both bought the book.
He
with
read
it
a
signed.
section of the book as well, which was
Yeah.
interesting to hear.
And what was... Okay, so two takeaways from the night already. One is, I've never had it before where loads of people want to take your photo from different angles. Right? So we both got our book signed and we said, look, come on, let's get a picture. It'll be good
Yeah.
for the Instagram
Yeah, for the
and
pod.
whatnot.
Yeah.
For the pod, and we'll put it in the notes.
Yeah.
And so we're both standing either side of him. But we gave our phones to different people
Yeah.
to take photos. So you had Monica
Jemana.
Jemana taking
Yes.
photos. We had Andrew our friend
Musket.
Andrew Musket taking photos, and then someone else was taking.
I know. I don't know who he was.
Okay.
Someone random.
Someone random taking photos. But it's great. But the funny thing was,
We have people everywhere. We have fans
Right.
everywhere.
But what was so what was funny is that we got all the photos back that night or the next day, and I look at them, and each photo we're looking at a different phone camera. So
Yeah.
like, there's not one shot of us all looking at the same
No.
damn camera.
No, not one picture.
So what?
We need to sort that out in the future.
What, the next time anyone decides they need to get a picture?
Yeah, yeah.
What
But
is
it was.
what is the protocol? Do we all just kind of time it where we go right? 5 seconds.
I don't know,
you,
and
then 5 seconds. Like we need choreographed.
I had this again at the weekend, just gone, where I had 2 people or 3 people taking pictures of me with other people, and it's like, well, which phone do I look at?
Right.
You know.
Something. I tell you what. Here's an idea. Why don't people come with those those signs that people have at the golf courses where they silence the crowd? They just hold like a silence bar.
Oh right.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
If you're the one taking the photo,
You
then
hold
have a
that
little,
up.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you're in TV.
And then next.
Don't the cameras have a little red dot or a red light on
I
it?
don't work in live TV. I work in post production, so no clue about that. I can't help you.
So yeah, lots of great photos. Thanks for everyone to taking the photo of us.
It was a good night, and of course you had him on. We had him on the podcast last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Talking about the book.
And something else happened afterwards. So I had one eye on the clock because I wanted to go and watch the game. I wanted to watch Liverpool play.
Yes.
So I was thinking,
You didn't mention that
What
when we
time
were
are we
looking for
wrapping
pubs
up? Wow.
initially.
it's like so
and then, funnily enough, we found a sporting bar, the Blue Post, that had it on.
right, we're filing out of Hatchards, and we're like, shall we wait for Monica? We're like, no, fucking, we're gonna miss kickoff. Let's get out of this. We leave Monica behind. And
She was busy chatting.
We're with Andrew and you and me, and then we start walking down towards St James Way. And I say, I know a pub, because I do know a pub. I was there just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
They have a big screen. I know they'll be playing the football. I said, guys, right, follow me. And Andrew goes, where are we going? And I say, we'll go to the pub. He goes, right, okay, follow me. I go, follow you? He goes, yeah, follow me. I know the shortcut. I was like,
He used to work round there.
oh, okay, all right. So I go, I don't think he knows the pub that I want to go to.
Well,
but fine.
he thought you wanted to go to Duke's.
So we're following Andrew.
Like, there's only one place you could go around here, is what was going through his head.
We kind of wind up all the way through Pall Mall, get down there. I'm like, oh God, are we going to? Then he goes, here we are. And I said, we're not fucking going to Duke's. It's kind of the opposite of what I wanted to do anyway.
I know.
But
That
he
was
was,
so
he
funny.
was a little bit confused and disappointed.
He
I think.
was, because
Yeah.
he was like, why don't you want to go in there?
Yeah. So he was bewildered that we didn't go to Duke's.
And we ended up in a sports bar instead that had the football on.
Yeah, okay, so we get to the sports bar, get there just in the nick of time. I get the drinks in. We find a little booth by the door. It's not even a booth, it's just a place to
Like
dunk
2
drinks
stools
out.
in a corner.
And the TV is massive, and it's literally just the ref's blowing his whistle. It's kickoff time. It's Champions League football. I haven't seen a live game all season.
Really?
Yeah, on the telly at least. I haven't seen Liverpool play live. I listened to it
Really?
on the radio and stuff, but yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah, so anyway. I haven't had time. I haven't had time to sit down and watch a live game.
God.
So I've just been listening to it. And so I'm like, this is it. Liverpool playing Champions League. Big game as well, because we lost the last Champions League. I'm like, brilliant. And then Andrew, who is hard of hearing, said, Pete, I can't see you because your lips are in the dark.
Oh, God.
We need to switch places.
Oh, God.
I was like, switch places?
Oh, no.
He goes, yes, I need to face you and you need to face me. I said, son of a bitch. Because I had to go. So we literally changed around.
You had to put your back
and I had
to
to
the
put
telly.
my back to the telly.
so you couldn't see what was
and talk to Andrew. And by the way, there's nothing beyond Andrew apart from a wall, right? Because we're right in the corner.
Yeah.
So all I have is Andrew.
Well, he lip reads, you
I
see.
know, which is
so,
look, it's fair
which
enough.
is amazing.
It's fair enough, but it was.
You have to be in a well lit place, and all these pubs have dim lighting, and obviously he struggles with that.
I know.
So yeah, it's hard.
It's hard. It was
Yeah.
hard for me as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, dear.
I had myself pumped for the whole game. I kind of strategically knew when to get out of Hatchards, when to get out the Q&A and go and watch, and then the pub and the shortcut. And I thought, oh no, we're off track. But then we got into the pub. I got the drink, and literally the first sip of ale. the referee blowing his whistle, and that was the time I had to turn around.
But you did. I mean, we chatted for a while, and
We
then
did.
Andrew had to leave, and then you were able to switch places again, and then you
Yeah,
saw
and then
the
I got
rest
to
of the-
ignore you for the rest of the night.
Yes,
and watch the game,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
It was good fun.
Yes.
It was
It was
good
a lovely evening, actually.
It was.
And it was a really good talk by Vaseem. I haven't read the book yet, but I do intend to because it looks interesting, I have to say. An interesting take on Bond and the whole Bond family with Q as a sleuth. So, yeah, that was cool. And then, so my Bond, anything Bondian.
Yeah. Go.
So mine was a full-on weekend. Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. It was the Shaken Not Stirred event. So the Shaken Not Stirred Facebook group. We talked about this last year, and this is my fourth event that they put on now. They do it annually at the Pinewood Hotel, and the reason they do it there is because they always get a lot of alumni from the films come along and do Q&As.
Right.
And a lot of the alumni still live in that area because they had to be in the vicinity of Pinewood Studios when they often work there, and they've just stayed living there. So it's quite handy to get all these people in one place to do it near Pinewood Studios. So it was really very cool. So on the Friday night, they had a book launch for AJ Chowdhury and Matthew Field's new book, Darker Than the Sun.
Stay there. Carry on.
So that is a wonderful new book that's come out, all about the filming locations of Bond. There we go. Pete's just holding it up to the camera for the YouTube viewers. Now, I want to point out straight away, and AJ, the first thing he said when he was on stage being interviewed was, this book is not in competition with Martin Mulder's incredible book on the tracks of 007. It's a very different type of book because Martin Mulder is a good friend of all of ours, and he's not trying to put Martin's nose out of joint and bring out another book that does the same thing because it's a very different kind of book. So Martin Mulder's book is pretty much the sort of book you take with you if you're trying to go and find the locations and you're hunting them down when you're on holiday and you want to go and get all the angles, which is what I like to do and what we do on the trips that I've talked about many times. But this is talking about why the locations were chosen, which locations were chosen for the films, and why they were chosen. And it's a lot of interviews with cast and crew, a lot of writers, all that sort of thing. And they've got interviews from when they did their original book, Some Kind of Hero, interviews going back a long time, which have never been published, and they've got all this access to all this stuff. And they were actually approached by the publisher to do this book, and so they sat down and they collated all their ideas and all the stuff that they've got access to that hasn't been published before about the locations and why they used the locations they did. And then they thought, well, let's put this all into a book. And the publisher had access to certain stills from Getty Images and Shutterstock. So they had lovely photos that they could use to illustrate the book. And then I think they also used some photographs from private collections of the locations themselves, both in the day and now.
Rob, we're going to do a review of the book for YouTube, so I don't know if you want to, how much you want to pump out.
Oh,
on the
okay,
podcast.
yeah. Well, that was pretty much
Well, you
all
knew
I was
that,
going to
though,
say
right?
about that.
You knew
Yeah.
that, though, because that's what I told you.
So that was that, and that was. It seems a very good book from what I've seen. So
and Darker Than the Sun was a Fleming title?
No. So Darker Than the Sun. I know it sounds very Fleming-esque. It was actually it came from David Arnold.
Ah, that's it. It was a
Yes.
song that didn't get used, or
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Anywho.
But it came from David Arnold, so they need to send him a complimentary copy. But yeah, and then on the Saturday they were celebrating all the anniversary films this year. So 60 years of Thunderball, 40 years of A View to a Kill, 30 years of GoldenEye, 10 years of Spectre. And they had, amazingly, they managed to round up some cast and crew from all of those films. Even Thunderball, they had 3 members, cast and crew, from that film. So obviously, as the old films get older, and sadly people pass on, it gets more and more difficult for these events to get people who were there and remember stuff. But They really did pull it out of the bag this year. So it was a wonderful day. So it was full on back to back Q&As from people related to all these films.
Right.
And then they did a very good interview with stuntman Paul Weston at the end.
Because he's got a book coming out, right?
He has got a book coming out, yes. And it was very much this was a retrospective of his whole career. I think probably because he's got this book coming out, and then they gave him a lifetime achievement award, which was really lovely.
Nice.
So I mean, he's incredible. He's 85 now, and you'd think he was in his 60s. He's so sprightly. He's so energetic. He's in good health. You know, he's switched on. Amazing man.
I think it's a two-parter book, isn't it? It's like
I think
one and two.
Yes, I think it is.
Anyway, so
so that was that, and then we all changed for the evening do. They always have a casino and a quiz. That was good fun.
Did you play casino games?
No, I don't really. Not really good at that. I just like to
That's
catch
right.
up.
You don't have to play poker, do you?
No, and I just like to catch up with other friends. You know, there were so many friends of mine from the Bond community who I just wanted to chat to. I just wanted to talk to them rather than
Who
go and play
did
casino
you
games.
chat to? That's
I chatted to Pete Doherty.
the Pete Doherty?
No.
Why?
Pete Doherty from the Bond community, who works for BBC Southern Counties.
Oh, he's still the Pete Doherty.
Yeah, and he was actually filming the event on professional camera, which they're going to
right.
upload to YouTube.
Very good.
So, yeah, spoke to him. Spoke to Matthew Grice, or Dewhurst Grice as he is now.
Is he the man from Hildebrand?
Yeah.
Great.
And he's got a YouTube channel.
Did he fall off some scaffold?
Yeah,
recently?
he did.
Is he all right?
Not really, but he was there and he was on his feet. I was amazed to see him. But yeah,
good.
he had a crutch and he's got some nerve damage in his hand.
Oh, boy.
So it's like he can't drive or use his hand. But
no.
hopefully he'll get better, have some treatment.
Pull through.
So yeah, so yeah, and Gavin Chucky Bailey with all his Bond tattoos. He's cool. He's always good fun.
Very
so yes,
good,
so
yeah.
all these nice people caught up with, and we did the quiz.
How'd you get?
And also Mr. Latchford, who was helping. He did a very good Q&A session. He hosted a Q&A session.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Mr. Latchford,
Very good.
our Moonraker friend. We came third in the quiz, and we were 2 points away from winning. It was that
who
close.
puts the questions together for the quiz?
Matt and Nick. So Matthew Wood and Nick Fenterman,
Right.
who run it.
Who was on
it
your
was
team?
really hard.
Who was on your
really,
team?
really hard.
Yeah,
Very
a
obscure
load of number
questions.
plate questions.
No, harder than that. Really obscure questions. Like how many letters were sent out to London residents about the filming of the Spectre scene on Westminster Bridge? So how are you meant to know that? You know, how high is the Golden Eye Dam? How are you meant to know that?
Did they guess the nearest one?
What does Volpe mean in English? Do you know? I didn't know. Apparently it's fox.
I was going to say redhead with big tits.
It's fox. I didn't know that. Stuff like that, you know, really obscure stuff.
Well, they got to make it obscure.
How
They're
many
in a room of
bubbles
Bond
do you
nuts.
see in the Thunderball battle scene? That
Yeah,
sort of thing.
Okay, well, they got to make it. Look, you know the questions that I fired to you on the quiz. You got to make it a little bit harder.
Oh, God. So I think we did pretty well coming third.
We should also say X-Ray Stew
Yes.
put some props together. I want to put this to the camera because he's
Yes.
finally gifted. Well, I don't know if it was a gift or a swipe, but it's
It's a
in my
gift.
hands.
It's a gift.
Oh, he did email me earlier and he said he hopes Rob has given me the gift. So it
Oh,
is a
good.
gift, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, X-Ray Stew. Here we
Yes.
go. Hold on a
X-Ray
sec.
Stew, who helps to organise it. He's called X-Ray Stew on Facebook.
Tchaikovsky.
And Stu is incredible. He makes these Bond props. He recreates Bond props. And we've got the Tchaikovsky tape from A View to a Kill
All out of
that
his
Bond
own
puts
pocket.
on. Tchaikovsky, the bubbles
bubbles
tickle
tickle
my
my-
Tchaikovsky. Yeah. So so
Nice.
he scatters all these things around
That is
on the
brilliant.
tables.
I love that.
And then it's up to us to just
And he's
scoop
even
up
gone
what
to
we
the,
want.
like,
Yeah.
He's even put the yellow stickers
Yeah,
on the
the
cassette
the
tapes.
Deutsche Grammophon labels. It's
Brilliant.
movie
That
accurate.
is
I know.
a lot of work.
And he had the photograph of Duval and Domino that you see M give to Bond in
Yeah.
Thunderball.
Oh, Rob, we should say my advert for the map is in here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's in the program. So yes,
in the program.
Yes. So
But-
and your map was you generously donated a map for the raffle,
Sure did, baby.
which was
Yeah,
good.
no
Yeah, they
problem.
had so many prizes. For the
Okay,
raffle.
so I've done like I put about. I had no time to put this advert together, and I'm not a graphic designer, right? So I had to think of something else that would be interesting. And so I started writing out all these top tips, like for the map, like saying instead of buying the map, why don't you swim up and down the Thames until you screen match the locations on your phone? That's somewhat better than others. And I think the two that I put on the advert, I've got top tip: save money on buying this map by asking either AJ Chowdhury or Martin Mulder where each location is.
I think you've shot yourself in the foot by putting that on there. No one's going to buy it now.
Did AJ see it? No.
No, I don't think you did.
All right, this one, top tip. Convince your work colleagues you've been in a high-speed boat chase along the Thames by simply showering in your suit before leaving the house.
That's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
That is.
Anyway,
Yes,
I've got a whole bunch
yes.
of others. I'll see what I can do with
That's
this.
brilliant.